Hi everybody! Thanks for joining me today in my pretty pink cottage, and I am still working on mermaid journals. We're going to do some coloring of white pages with different techniques instead of my usual stenciling. But first I want to say hello and thank you to Cynthia B, the Messy Crafter, and Donna T. Thank you, ladies, for all of your comments, for your support for such a long time. Some of my viewers have been with me for years, and I just so appreciate it. You don't know how much. So I just like to kind of give you a shout out and let you know how much I appreciate you. And I'm only doing 2 or 3 names at a time, and I don't always remember to do it, so it'll take me a while to get through my list, and hopefully the list will just keep on growing. Speaking of growing, I had mentioned that I wanted to do a giveaway for reaching 19,000 subscribers, and it happened so fast. I had almost 100, I think about 100 to get to, I was lacking 100 viewers, and now, while I was on vacation, it surpassed it. So I've already passed 19,000, and I'm almost at 19,100. So viewership grew pretty fast. It might have been because of my new series with all my favorite supplies. I don't know. So I will be prepping a giveaway. I just haven't had time to really work on it. It happened faster than I thought it would. So let's stop talking and get to crafting. These are the covers. If you've seen my previous journals about the mermaid, or my previous videos about the mermaid journals, you will have seen these turquoise satin quilted covers that I made. And I have the pages, signatures all set in these. I have to do a lot to the signatures yet. I've just barely started on doing anything with them, but I do have the pretty ruffles along the front edge of each signature, and I just love the way that looks. And I've got my pages in here, but I haven't done anything to the pages except for some of the blank pages, or the white ones, you know, the ones that have the white on the other side. There are 6 pages in each journal that are white on the flip side, and you know, I often will stencil on the back, on the white side. But I wanted to try to do something different. So this set is done. We're going to work on this set today. So for some, I stamped. Now this stamp, I don't really care for it. I don't see it right now. This is what it's called, Bold Prints by Hero Arts. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and it is, oh, here it is. I just wasn't paying enough attention. I thought it is bubbles, which it is, but the bubbles don't stamp. It's, I don't know, you get the colors and the stamp, and the bubbles are white, so it's like a reverse image. But I did stamp it with a very light color of ink. I just wanted it to be light so you could still write on this background. And it left lines where the stamp ended, and then I stamped it again. You could see definite lines on it. So I did some covering of it. So these are the tissue papers that I had sprayed, and then I tore them as pages. So I took some of those leftover strips and covered up lines, and then this piece of embossed paper, I covered up this line. So, and then I stamped a mermaid and a dolphin. It looks like the dolphin is diving into water there. Just added a little bit of lace and a seashell. And this came out of a children's book about mermaids. She is holding a shell in her hand, and it says, "Mermaids collect shells of all sizes. They look for those with unusual shapes, brilliant colors, and interesting markings, and turn them into jewelry, decorations, and useful items such as bowls." So that's what I did to that one. Just an all-over background stamping that you can still write on, plus an accent stamping in the corners and some other embellishments instead of stenciling. On this one, I did a technique I'm going to show you in this video, and that is stamping with ink and water. And again, I stamped a mermaid and this little stamp here that says Sea of Wonders. Now, I got the paper wet because it's stamping with ink and water, and I dried it with my dryer, but I didn't dry it enough, and I sewed this piece of lace on there, but the paper was still damp, so it tore the paper there, so I put this piece of fabric washi tape there. And here is another one with stamping with water. And this is something that I've done before. So this is just stenciling, like I normally do, and adding decoupage napkin. And I took napkins that weren't necessarily sea themed, because I only have that mermaid one, and I wanted to do something different in each signature. So I looked through my napkins and found swirly patterns with the right colors, and you know, no seashells, no mermaids, no fish, but it still goes well with the sea theme. This was actually a bird napkin, but this was down the center, like in between the squares. And this was a corner, and there's some flowers and birds here, but of course I took them off, but it looks swirly. You can see a flower there. So for this set, I want to keep these out so I can kind of remember what I did. For this set, I did the same technique with the napkins. This was a floral napkin. I didn't do that one, so I've got to do decoupage napkin on that. But that's not what we're doing today. I wanted to show you the unique technique with the water and ink. So I did stamp the background stamp with this here, and then stamped my Jen Bishop mermaid and a sand dollar. So that one's done. Oh, okay. Let me see here. I did do the stamping, and this is the one I have to do. So this one is stenciled, and then this napkin was, look, it had a doily corner. It's a really pretty napkin. So it's very subtle, but you can see it, and it adds texture, and I put a little piece up there too. So I do have all of that done. Good. I thought I did. So I have I need 3 to work on. Oh, I already did the one. I stamped the one. So these are the ones we're going to work on. Sorry for the confusion. All right, so I want to do this one first. So here's what I did. I have these little clear stamps, and they were an older Stampin' Up! Set called All Adorned, if you wanted to look for that on eBay. All Adorned photopolymer stamp set. I got it at my friend's yard sale, the one who sells Stampin' Up!, and she always sells the discontinued stamps that she doesn't want to keep, and I paid $5 for this set. So that's what I used, and I took this stamp and this stamp and this stamp. And I have Salty Ocean, Seedless Preserves, and Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide ink. This looks like it already has some blue ink on it, the Salty Ocean. So here's what I do. I take my spray bottle of water. I'm just going to hold it over my garbage can so I'm not just spraying water everywhere. And I'll show you first though. I'm just going to squirt some water on there, and that will make, it is Distress Oxide ink, so it's water reactive. so it will react, and that's how you get that fuzzy edge. It's not just a crisp image. And I'm going to do it again, and there's a little bit of the Salvage Patina ink on this also. So I'm just going to do it again without re-stamping, without re-inking it. Okay. And now I'm just going to do it with the Salvage Patina. I just squirted some ink on it. Well, for that one, I just used the blue and the purple. I used the Salvage Patina for the little ones. So I guess I'll go back to doing that. Back to the salty ocean. And I will fade it out more because I'm going to add some more water to it, because I want you to be able to write on this paper. I'm going to switch now to the other one with the seedless grape. Just want to make sure I leave room for that one. It didn't have a lot of ink on it, but that's fine. I want some that are very, very pale. I thought that one would be brighter, so I put it off to the edge. I want you to be able, I want you to feel comfortable writing on the spots with all the stamping. Alright, I'm going to add the little one with the Salvage Patina. Whoops. I'm going to add water to that anyway, so it's okay that I didn't. So that really makes it so that you can't see this image. But that's okay, I'm just making marks on my paper that look watery. Now I made it wet and it's slipping off my block. I'm going to dry that block. This is slipping and sliding on there. Alright, now I'm going to add my mermaid and my phrase, and I'm using a waterproof ink because I am going to add more water. I just want to stamp it before the paper gets wet and warped. This is my stamp. It's called Mermaid, and it is Stampendous. I may have gotten it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I don't remember. Just looking for my Stays On ink, or whatever waterproof ink I was using. I'm not sure where it went. Okay, well, it was archival ink. I'm just going to open a new one so I don't waste time looking. So because I'm using a waterproof ink, I can add more water to this page and it will not disturb the stamped image. This says Sea of Wonders. That's from a Graphic 45 set. I don't remember the name of this set. I typed Voyage here, so that might be the name of it. I don't know. Alright, so we're almost done, but I do want to blur that a little bit more and make it a little lighter and invite you to write on it. So I'm just adding water and letting it run. I see a lot of blue up here and no purple, so I'm just going to add a little bit of purple up at this edge. And then down here there's purple but no blue, because I wasn't being very careful. I can just let this dry. I can partially dry it with my heat gun, but I'm not going to do that on the video. I'll save you the noise. This is a heavier paper, so it would take a little bit longer to dry even with the heat gun. So I'm just going to set that aside and let it dry. And we have one more to do, and we'll be using different stamps. Be quite a bit different. I am using, it says mixed media splatters, but I probably just made that up because these were already out of their packaging. I don't know where that one is. I would love to use that one, but I don't know where it is, so I used this one and the swirl. I use the same colors. So I just tap my salvage patina on it, and then I added a little of the purple seedless preserves, and I didn't even spray it, I just stamped it. I sprayed it after, because it is kind of dark and you might not want to write on that. And then I will add some of the salty ocean and the salvage patina. It's got purple on it, but I can wipe it off. Lids on. I'm going to keep using them. Do some over here. So look at all that color on my light colored salvage patina. we can, oh, I'm not done. I have to do the swirl. If I can find it. What did I do with the swirl? How about if I just do a sand dollar instead? I can do a sand dollar. It's round. And this one I will spray. Okay, I think that has enough ink on it. Now, this stamp, I have trouble getting it, because it's such a solid silhouette, I have trouble getting it to stamp. See, it's not exactly solid. So I just used one that I had already stamped. Let's see what I have in here. I already used that Mermaid. I could just put that on there. Oh, I've got another one. And I put it on with the side open so it can be a pocket. So I'll put that on after I spray it, but I'll even let it dry first. This is still damp, so the glue didn't really want to stick at first. This says, "The sea is calling and I must go." All right, let's spray. It'll make the colors run and also make them a little lighter. So you can see they've gotten lighter, so you could easily write on that with a black pen. And then it kind of spreads the color around into the white spaces, fills in the white spaces. All right, so when that dries, I will just add this little thing here with a pocket there, and so I have all of my white pages colored. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Move my wet sheets here. I'll use them again after they dry. They're not used up yet. So I guess I've still got some time. I guess we can figure out next step. I'll move all the stamps away. Ah, there's the swirl. And there's the archival ink I was missing. All right, I'm going to put these in their signatures and we can figure out what needs to be done next. First we'll put a stamped one. And then the wet stamped one. I want to make sure I'm not putting the same paper. Okay. Oh, there's two in here. Yep, they are two different ones. This one here, and this one here. All right, now, I hadn't really planned what else I would do. So let's figure out where we want a pocket. This could be written on. It's a digital page. All right, let's look at the book pages. We usually have to do something to the book pages. So I would probably put something over this. So maybe I'll do a little collage with some of my, what you call it, textured embossed paper. This paper is light enough you could make little notes on it if you wanted to. Now let's see what I have in all these little bits. I have seashells. That I could add here, but I want to see what else I have. They're all bigger. Look at that. I'll have to put that in one of them. It came out of that children's book. Well, let's look at seashells. I've got some already cut out. This one is actually stamped and embossed. Maybe I want a greener piece of this paper because there's no pink on this page. Okay, that's a pretty good collage. This was cut off of the Mrs. Coggs page. This is vintage photo. So I might be going to Corning, New York with my daughter and her family tomorrow. They're on vacation, but they're not going anywhere. They're just doing little day trip type things. And you may have heard of Corning, New York. You've probably heard of Corning Glass. That's where Corning Glass is made, and Corelware. They have glass blowing. You can watch the glass blowers there, or you can go, and there's a glass museum there too. And you can go to another place, I don't know where it is, but she made an appointment to take the boys to another place there in Corning where they can actually blow glass. So I'll get to watch them do that. There's also a Western museum there, Rockwell Museum, with Western art. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I doubt if we'll go there though, because I know the boys wouldn't be interested in that, but my husband and I took our kids there years and years and years ago. Now here, I could take one of these pages and just add that there. And you could glue over it if you wanted to glue a picture or something in. Just treat it like a scrapbook paper that you can do whatever you want to it. I'm even going to leave that raw edge on there. I could add a glassine bag so you could see through it but still be able to put a tag in, so you'd have something to write on. only have one of these mirrors, so only one of the books will get it, obviously. The scissors don't want to cut through that, whatever that mirror is made out of. Pretty stiff stuff there. It doesn't want to cut through. It's got a smear of something on the mirror. Mirrors can enchant, or mermaids can enchant their mirrors for a short time by singing simple charms. Sorry if it's glaring at all. And I don't know what kind of reflections you're seeing in there. Hopefully not mine. Did I put that on upside down? I think it goes this way. I don't suppose it matters much. And there is room for writing around there. You could cover that mirror if you wanted to with a photo of yourself or someone else. Now I can put something over there. I think I'll just use the purple graph paper and just leave it for you to journal on. I believe this page is from a children's magazine, 2017. Stamp a little seahorse on it. This is the embossed paper that I added this to. Glitter Kiss. It's made by Creative Expressions, and I got it on Amazon. And it comes in different colors. I think I will maybe get some other colors too, because I wanted to try it first and I really like it. I don't know how much I'll use it, but if I remember, I would use it. I think that looks cute. Okay, let's give it a little bit of a layer here though. Just a little more texture. And then I'll leave the rest of the space for you to write. Kind of wish I made it longer, so let's try this. This is the side I sprayed, and that is the back side because the browner colors were first, so they show up on the back. So I like that brown color on top or underneath that pretty sparkly blue. This is tracing paper that I sprayed with a variety of colors. And then I'll glue this down and we'll be done for the day with this video. I'm going to do some more work in here. I love using the book pages and magazine pages that I have to come up with ways to cover up stuff, because it's really fun to be creative, and it just allows you to add things that you probably wouldn't think to add to the page. But I like that this has the mermaid tail here and then all this writing space, but it's still decorative up here. So we did quite a bit on this one book page. See what the other book pages are. I'm not going to do them right now, but we can just look to see what we have. Oh, this one is a photograph. I might add something to it to brighten that up. And I will cover that and do something here, but leave you journaling space too. It's a small book page. And this one is from the quilt book, so I have room to do something here. And this is about the mermaid quilt, but I'll probably cover these. Yep. And of course I've got other book pages in the other journal signatures. So that's what we're doing today. Tell me what you think about that painting or stamping with water technique. And tell me what you think about progress on these journals. Look at that, the color of this. And it's just got this sheen to it, and I just love this color with this. I thought that turned out nice. And this is rosy, and there's some rosy shades in here. And then of course this is kind of like a chartreuse, which may not be in here. It's kind of, you know, goes with these colors down here. But I like it on this page. So yeah, tell me what you think of progress so far. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you will. And yeah, that's all I have for today. So have a creative day today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.